As we know, 10,111 centres are institutions and services that connects the normal everyday citizen, to our SAPs to help us combat crime and for whatever bad thing may happen in the homes, in the streets of the residential area. That service connects our citizens to SAPs. But what happens when these citizens, or when these services rather, are majorly understaffed? Over the past weekend, we had an incident here in Gqeberha where the 10,111 centre only had about 3 people working a shift when 25 people were supposed to be working that shift. But I'm joined now by the Provincial Manager of the PSA just to enlighten us, sir, about what is actually happening here in Gqeberha.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to your viewers at home. 10,111 is a very crucial entity in terms of fighting crime. We know the rate of crime is very high. And each and every citizen in the country, even here in the Nelson Mandela Metro, the first call when they're in trouble, when they are in need, they phone that 10,111. And as you have indicated, on Monday, just here in the Metro, we had 3 people manning the incoming calls of 25. That's supposed to be manned by 25 people. And those people, they have to dispatch those calls to the other group who will in turn dispatch the SAPS guys. But they can't. And because each person is responsible for 5 areas, you name it. In our township, you've got Motherwell, you've got New Brighton, you've got KwaZakele, all the such. So that person is responsible to dispatch SAPS to all these places. And with the number of incoming calls, and it's impossible. For instance, as I've indicated, what's happening today, we've got 6 people that are working, manning those 25 incoming calls. And it's impossible. They cannot cope. That is why you'll find that per day, they are having 300 drop calls. So drop calls means people who've been online, who've been waiting, who cannot get assistance. And the minister himself confirmed in Parliament that there's a huge shortage. And this needs to be addressed urgently. We know the rate of crime in our town, in our metro, is very high. And if the 10,111 are not assisted, the rate of crime is going to go high. So we need this to be addressed urgently. That is why we have indicated to the minister that this needs to be addressed as of today.
If we look at the broader picture, the 10,111 centre in Gqeberha, it services Gqeberha, Dispatch and Kariga, 3 major towns within our metro. How bad is it if we don't have these 25 people manning those calls? How slow is the turnaround time for SAPs to get to these crimes?
Except what you are indicating, we are talking about a metro that includes all these towns, big towns, and the Nelson Mandela Municipality Metro is very huge, and is having almost 1.3 million people that needs the assistance of the 10,111. And to make matters worse, we have indicated, it's also confirmed by the minister, that the rate of unemployment, it's in terms of the vacancies, is almost 60%. Now, how do you expect those people to man those 24 incoming calls, 6 of them? And except that, there are also emergencies. When you talk about emergencies, there are other incidents that are happening, that are in progress, rape that is happening. And there's been a lot of hijackings. When those things are brought to their attention, they have to drop everything and try to assist because they're in progress. It takes too much time. Now you'll find out, for a van to be dispatched, it does not take less than 3 hours. And other people will know, they will simply drop out because they don't get assistance. And that means now the rate, for instance, it's so sad to say that someone will lose a life because he didn't get assistance from 10,111. That's what is happening. And if we don't get this right, the minister to tell Parliament that is having a rate of 60% is not enough. He must come and tell us what it is that is going to do to address this situation. And we need that to happen as of now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. That was Provincial Chair of the PSA, just painting a picture of how bad, how dire the situation is here in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, saying that calls are being dropped at least 300 per day because they are so understaffed that people actually might lose their lives because they can't access these services. And more importantly, the call to the Minister to say, please come down, please help us staff, and at the same time eliminate or at least lessen the rate of unemployment here in the Bay. But for now, from us here in Gqeberha, it's back to you in studio.